Today I'm going to dispel the mystery that has sparked numerous debates and discussions over the years on why nice guys finish last when it comes to dating and relationships. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kimberly Hill and I'm a men's life, dating, and relationship coach. And today I want to explore what really is a nice guy and 4 essential things men need to learn to find success with women while also maintaining healthy boundaries and authenticity. Now, many of you probably heard the saying that nice guys finish last, which kind of suggests that being an asshole is what gets the girls. And I'm here to tell you that, yeah, some assholes do get the girls, but they tend to attract women that have low self-esteem and a low sense of self-worth, because why else would a woman accept such poor behavior from a man? Surely a woman who knows better will happily show him the door. Now, rather, what I want to help you understand today is what this nice guy saying really means and how you can overcome some of the limitations that are holding the nice guy back today. So, nice guy syndrome refers to a set of men who believe that being overly accommodating, saying yes to everything, and who constantly seek validation will have results with women. It's the kind of man who never wants to hurt his partner's feelings, who often says yes to doing things he doesn't really want to do, and who doesn't really have a strong sense of his own boundaries. He is the kind of man that overgives in a relationship and never gets that same effort, appreciation, or pat on the back that he is wanting. And of course, this approach will often lead to frustration, resentment, disappointment, and in many cases, this man, despite all of the effort, gets served divorce papers. And why is that? It's because lacking authenticity, lacking boundaries, and being an overgiver is not the key to picking up women or to successful relationships. These are the common pitfalls of being a nice guy and are common with many men out there. In fact, it's got nothing to do with kindness or niceness, which are traits that everybody wants to have in a partner. The nice guy syndrome refers to a man who lacks boundaries and overgives in the hopes that he wins the affection he is desperately seeking. Men have been conditioned to believe that pleasing a woman is a delicate balancing act that requires you to give more than 100% of your time and energy. So instead of prioritizing pleasing your partner at the expense of your own needs, I want to share with you 4 ways you can begin to overcome this nice guy syndrome so that you can have success with women and have success in your relationships. Tip number 1 is to understand your own personal boundaries. Learning to establish and maintain healthy boundaries improves your own self-esteem, and it sets the standard for how you will allow yourself to be treated. When you have clear boundaries, you can avoid feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of, and you yourself will gain greater sense of self-respect. In order to understand what your boundaries are, you will want to pay close attention to your emotions. If you feel like something isn't right, if you feel you have been taken advantage of, or if you feel ridiculed, or maybe you feel exhausted, this is your emotions trying to tell you something. Learning to tap into your own emotions will help you identify your boundaries that you wish to establish moving forward. For example, if you're a guy out there that feels totally drained and you feel overwhelmed after constantly saying yes to your partner's request, it might be a clear sign that your boundaries around time and energy need a little adjusting. Now, a word of caution. When you start to develop boundaries, you will want to also pay attention to how others respond to this. Your partner may respect those new boundaries, or she might push against them because she's not used to you standing up for yourself. Make sure you evaluate the impact of your boundaries on your relationship and your well-being, and know that if your boundaries are constantly being disregarded or they are causing conflict, you may need to reconsider adjusting or perhaps even reinforcing them. It is not going to be easy, and it is certainly a learning process that you'll probably need to spend a little time fine-tuning. Tip 2. Secondly, you're going to need to learn how to please yourself. Many nice men are used to seeking that external validation in order to feel good. It is really important to begin recognizing that your own self-care and self-fulfillment are essential components of having a fulfilling life and of having success in a relationship. If you are seeking validation and your happiness solely by doing things for others, you'll want to turn inwards and start focusing on developing your own interests and hobbies and goals. So when you take the time to understand your own needs and your own desires and prioritize fulfilling those, you start to find your own joy and satisfaction, and you become so much less reliant on external validation. Thirdly, work on asserting yourself in your opinions and thoughts. If you are a self-diagnosed nice guy, you probably are pretty good at keeping your thoughts to yourself, and you know that you are a conflict avoidant, right? So begin learning to express your own thoughts, your own opinions, and your preferences openly, and do it confidently. Remind yourself that your viewpoints are just as valid as anyone else's, and that you have a right to be heard within your relationship. Now, when I talk to any nice guy about learning to assert themselves, it often feels like going from being that passive nice guy to being assertive feels like you're becoming aggressive. But let me clear this up. Being assertive is certainly not the same thing as being aggressive. Being assertive is characterized by one's confident expression of one's thoughts, and it emphasizes open and honest communication. Assertive individuals value their own rights, they value their own opinions, and they do it without disregarding or trampling upon the rights and opinions of others. It is without a doubt a very respectful way of communicating. And lastly, guys, you have to learn to ask for what you want. Now, this might be one of the most valuable tools you can learn within a relationship, because we don't get what we don't ask for. Many nice guys who have this nice guy syndrome struggle to express their wants and desires for the fear that they will be rejected or for the fear that they may appear selfish. However, any relationship requires open communication, and you'll need to be able to practice asking for what you want in a respectful and a considerate manner. This means you're really clear about what you need and what you desire, and you don't expect your partner to be able to read your mind or pick up subtle clues that you might be dropping her. It's perfectly okay to advocate for your own needs in a relationship, because this will create an opportunity for you to be understood, and it creates the opportunity for your relationship to thrive. The overall key here is that overcoming nice guy syndrome requires a shift in your mindset and in some of your behaviors. When you can learn to set your own boundaries, when you can learn to please and take care of yourself, when you learn to assert yourself and your opinions, and you learn to ask for what you want, you are on a great trajectory for having healthy, loving, honest relationships. By working on these skills, you'll cultivate self-respect and care and effective communication, which will unlock the intimacy, the fun, and the connection in your relationship that you are truly desiring. Guys, I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you took away any value today, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this one.